Okay, welcome to this transit report. The date is 9th of August 2024, and I'm going to read to you the transits as they sit, starting with the personality sun, which is 7.4, gate 7, line 4, which is this whole, the line 4 is the abdicator. We're kind of stepping out of, those roles that it's most beneficial for us to step out of for the greater good. Maybe carrying a burden or a post that is really just burning you out. You're wasting your energy on it. In fact, everyone wins if you step out of that position. That can be happening in so many different ways. As it reads here, the grace and wisdom to step down for the benefit of the whole. The capacity of the self to accept the judgment of others. It's where these in agreement, like, I think we just need to give that a rest for a while. I think we just need to give this a bit of a break. We need to pull back from that. This is the best thing for everyone. I'm seeing that in my life. Really, a really good time to be just kind of backing off and just giving it a bit of a rest. Giving the forcing things, giving the forcing of life a bit of a rest, just putting that aside. That kind of ego trip there. So then within that, we look at our earth as well in the human design here, what we have. It's all very receptive energy, what we're receiving right now. So we're receiving this kind of insight, this understanding to back down from that which we're trying to force. Also be aware in this background frequency is the gate 13. Again, another fourth line as well. And what that is, that gate 13, the fellowship of man, the gate of the listener. And it's really interesting because we have the line 4. Oh my God, we've been listening to a whole lot of bullshit, right? This is where we're kind of going through information fatigue. That's why people are feeling so friggin' bent out of shape. I've really been burying into human design, so I don't have information fatigue as such, but I can see it happening out there if you've been allowing the propaganda and the news and all of those sort of things to influence you. People are noticing that fatigue at the moment, feeling very exhausted at that line 4. The point of exhaustion eventually reached when one is too tired to fight. A lot of people at the moment just like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm totally at that place. I'm feeling that in that background frequency. I even had to say to those that I love, I need a break. I just need it to, I live in a family of 7 people. It's a blended family. It gets very busy. And just for my own health, my own good, I have said, I need it to stop. I can't do this. And luckily for me, fortunate for me, I have a very understanding family that goes, yeah, you need a break. You need time out. At my age, nearly 50, and still helping to raise young children. It's a challenge. And the best thing I can do for me to be good for them is to say when enough is enough. That's a powerful thing to do. I just say, hey, it's enough. We don't have to continue to put up with things. We can give ourselves a break, but if we don't say anything, it doesn't happen. Okay, I was just talking to a friend before, and he said, oh, this job's going sideways, it's not working well. And I said, why don't you just tell them what's happening? You see, this is what is being called, we're feeling fatigued, we're feeling tired, but we're not making it evident to the other. This is why I feel tired. This is what's overwhelming me. So just be mindful of that at the moment. What you can do to mitigate the background frequency, which is causing this fatigue in your body, in your system, is to be aware of it. What is the fatigue? Okay, and then share it with those that matter. It's really important to do so. Let's have a look at our south node. The movement of the moon here. We have the transit moving into gate 18. I have this gate myself in my design, the gate of correction. Work on what has been spoiled. I am designed, when I look at my family, my wife and her children, a lot of my energy goes into helping these children heal because their father left, right? There's a lot of healing going on there. And here I am working on what has been spoiled. It takes a lot of my energy. And that's fine. That's what I'm here to do. That's why that gate is active in me. I'm very good at that. And that's where my value is when I turn up in that unit, in that tribal unit. What we have here is the line 5, therapy. This is the background frequency, remember. This is where we're coming from at the moment. The strength to recognize a problem and to accept that it is beyond one's power to solve it alone. We really need each other right now. Another friend of mine who's been sharing a lot, I can think of 2 projectors at the moment that said to me, you know, we're really putting it out there, we're really back on the buzz and creating and sharing. We feel, especially as projectors, we feel we must share right now. It is therapy for a projector to project. It's therapy. But also in that they're saying, you know, the main message is we need each other. We can't do this alone. We just can't. And that's that background frequency. This is where we're coming from at the moment. The understanding we really can't go it alone. Who is there for me right now? That's the energy that's going on in the background right now. And of course, we have the gate 17 in the North Node. Where are we going with this? Gate 17 in the 5th line. The ancient law that those who wish to rule must know how to serve. You know, it is the gate 17 is following. What are we following? What are we moving into here? What can we bring? But more than that, it is the gate of opinion. What have you got? What do you see is going on? Notice that, as I just said before, these are some of my projector friends are doing a lot of social media, a lot of sharing. What is it? It's our opinion. But that's, you know, projectors are really good. If you listen to a projector, generally their opinion is very grounded and very helpful. They're here to guide. You know, it is the 5th line. No human is an island. It's that understanding. The projectors are feeling, sharing this information at the moment because then we're all kind of on the same page. This is the background frequency of what's going on. We have that 16 turns up, that therapy in the moon as well. And I notice we have a couple of juxtapositions here in the personality Mercury. I think Mercury is in retrograde at the moment. And this gate 59 is dispersion, the gate of sexuality. Now, this is what I want to bring up here. This is in a juxtaposition, and it's very interesting, the energy we have going on. The ability to break down barriers to achieve union. We have the 4th line, which is brotherhood and sisterhood. It's that valuing of your brothers, of your sisters, of those kind of like kindred kind of spirit relationships. Those chosen relationships are really important to you. There's a real depth of intimacy going on there where people are valuing their friendship, you know, the brotherhood, that 4th line. But the interesting thing is we also have the juxtaposition in our Venus. So Venus and Mercury are up to a bit of interesting energy here, and this is what I want you to be aware of. Check in on your sexual energy. Don't read the signals wrongly right now, because what we have here in the gate 59 in our personality Venus is the line 6, which is the one night stand. So be very careful right now. Be very clear with your intentions, especially with your friends. If they're of the opposite sex, actually, that doesn't matter in this world, right? If there is that possibility that of things going weird in an intimate way, just be mindful that this is a background frequency that can distort what's going on. This is a time to really honor your brotherhoods, your sisterhood. Really see the other as your brother or your sister. You know, there's going to be this kind of sexual tension energy going on, I think, and people really feeling that. Yeah, people are like, whoa, the energy is so full on. The strongest energy in the universe is sexual energy, and this is the drive in the background. Tune into your sacral and you'll notice, whoa, it's sexual energy. That doesn't mean everyone wants to go around and screw each other. What I mean is sexual energy is very, very powerful, and it tends to want to drive towards a climactic point. Yeah, it's reaching that oxytocin kind of serotonin kind of feel, that good feels. It's after the good feels. So be mindful of that one night stand energy in the line 6 and gate 59. The perfected relationship, whether for a moment or an eternity, the power for intimacy regardless of conditions. So just be mindful. This is in the exaltation. At the detriment, this juxtaposition, it's like it's locked in here. The basic drive to move on that seeks impermanency as a matter of course and not in response to circumstances. The drive for sexual and intimate diversity. So it's just really interesting that we kind of have these opposing energies going on. Mercury is kind of calling for that brotherhood, that sisterhood, that kind of coming together and really valuing the platonic relationship. But at the same time, Venus is blurring the lines with sexual energy. Just be mindful at the moment. This is the background frequency. And so that's my report on the transits in accordance to the human design system. I hope that was helpful for you. Tune in, see what is going on there for you. And I will do another transit report when I have the time. It would be nice to do it every day, but I never know what I'm up to. It's kind of my design to be that little bit more transitory. So I hope that was an interesting reading for you, and I will see you in the next report.